going on, news members of the channel? Welcome back from Three Houses Golden Deer. In the last episode, we took on the last chapter where we ended up getting revenge on the people who defeated, I said defeated, they killed Gerald. So, yeah, that's always a good thing. So, yes. In this episode, we're gonna explore, we're probably going to be doing the remaining 2 paralogs that we have, but first off, oh yeah, I forgot I went Super Saiyan. He just said he can't see Sothis' voice anymore. We got the goddess's power to escape from the darkness. So there's that. We also have some supports to do. Not too many. We have like 2 probably. Yeah, so Raphael and Hilda with their B support.
Who is it?
It's me, Raphael.
Oh, Raphael! I'll get the door. What are you up to? Oh, whoa! What an enormous crate! And look what's in it. Crystal vials, shiny rocks.
And I got this too.
Oh, what a splendid flower. And so fresh. Hey, wait a second. Is that for your sister?
Yeah, I finally got my hands on something cute, just like you suggested.
That's so nice! But wait a second. Is this that flower from Fodlan's throat?
Of course. I had to run to make it back in time. It was a lot farther than I thought.
You ran all that way? And while we're on the topic, aren't these all Myron crystals? Such fine carvings on them. They must be the work of a true artisan. It couldn't have been easy getting your hands on these.
I figured I should follow your advice. You know more about what's stylish than I ever could.
Well done. I'm sure your sister will be pleased. All that's left is to make that necklace.
Yeah, about that. I don't know how to put it together. I've spent so long trying to figure it out that the flowers have started wilting. There are only a few nice ones left.
Huh, that's not good. I could try telling you how to make it, but you can't afford to lose any more flowers. Oh, all right. Looks like it's Hilda to the rescue. I'll take it from here.
Seriously? You're really gonna help me?
Sure, I make myself things from time to time, and this is definitely easier than teaching you how. But you owe me for this. I expect to be paid back.
Don't you worry about that. I'll find something really nice to pay you back with.
It couldn't have been easy finding all these trinkets. He must really love his sister. Still, older brothers can be so dense.
Alright. And then we have Hilda and Ferdinand with their B support.
Ferdinand, there you are.
Stay back, Hilda. I will no longer entertain your clever little requests. Your wiles will not work this time.
You shouldn't yell at a noble maiden. It's a no-no, etiquette-wise. By way of an apology, you may brew me some tea.
I am sorry to have offended you, but delightful as it sounds, I will not be brewing any tea at present. Besides, I taught you how to do it before. You should be able to do it on your own, so why don't you?
You did show me how to do it, but I can't do it as well as you.
And why not?
You selected just the right leaves, and you boiled them just right. You even considered the room temperature and humidity. Then you set out just the right pot along with just the right cups. You immediately picked out a design that you knew I would like. When you poured, the temperature, the timing, and the technique were all impeccable.
You seem to know an awful lot about tea for someone who cannot even pour it.
Oh, no, not really. Maybe I picked up a couple things from watching you. Even the sound of the liquid pouring into the cups was like music. Taken as a whole, it was an almost spiritual experience. A symphony for the senses.
I was just making tea in the traditional fashion.
Oh, I'm so flustered I'm not getting my point across. I'm trying to say that your tea is like love. You're devoted to bringing happiness to those who drink it. I could taste that from the first drop.
Well, when serving another, one must put in a little bit of love. But I must say, you surprise me. Not many are so attentive to the finer points of tea. I made quite the impression on you. Perhaps I ought to pour you another cup.
Really? Oh, thank you, Ferdinand.
I shall find us a suitable brew. Wait here a moment.
Oh, Ferdinand. So simple, and yet so kind.
She got him again.
Your hair! And your eyes! What happened to you? You didn't lose something as a consequence of gaining these powers, did you?
I don't think so. Don't worry, I'm fine.
I see. Well, that makes me feel better. But still, be careful.
I swear, it's like you're an entirely different person.
Isn't it weird?
No, not at all. I'm just not used to it. It really suits you, though.
Yeah, they probably made this model of Byleth first. I wouldn't be terribly surprised.
Long ago, Saint Seros was gifted with a divine revelation from the goddess, as well as incredible power. Is that what happened to you too, Professor? No way! The Professor transformed before receiving any kind of divine revelation, right? Still, I wonder, does the fact that you've changed really mean you've been granted some kind of power? If that's the case, then what sort of revelation can be gained from the ritual? I'm guessing the revelation will just be a gentle reminder to use this new power to save the people of Fodlan. What else is there to say? You don't actually believe we're going to hear the voice of the goddess, do you?
Well, I've already heard it.
When you changed, even the other professors were taken completely by surprise. There's a ritual at the Holy Tomb this month, isn't there? I wonder what'll happen with that. I'm sure you'll be all right, but don't lose sight of who you really are, okay? However you may change, and whatever new power goes along with those changes, you'll still be the same person deep down. Remember that.
I learned all sorts of things, so I can do as much as possible for Lady Rhea. Cleaning, chopping wood, making feed. Oh, and I'm learning the bow and arrow from Shamir. I'm happy to help you out with anything you need done for your class.
I just kind of wanted to see. We could recruit him, and I might, because I haven't recruited him in my previous playthroughs. So why not?
You betcha. I'm your guy, Professor. Since, you know, you can't exactly add me to your class or anything.
You've been granted this power by the goddess herself. Truly, you must be a very special individual. Maybe Seros transformed before receiving her revelation too.
I haven't heard anything about that before. Maybe that part never found its way into the legend?
It is told that Seros had a revelation instructing her to use her power for good and to lead the people of Fodlan to salvation. I wonder what sort of revelation you might have, Professor.
You look so different. You're still our professor in there, right? Did anything else change besides your hair and eyes? Are your arms bigger? How do your abs look?
I haven't changed that much.
That's disappointing. What's even the point?
That person behind her, I thought was glitching out.
Hey, Teach, is it okay for you to be out on your own right now? Just please be careful not to topple over again. You scared us nearly to death. Anyway, doesn't Rhea want something from you? Sounds important. I'm glad I'll be there to witness the ritual at the Holy Tomb. I want to see whether or not something happens with my own eyes.
Ah! Professor, sorry. You gave me a shock. Your hair and eye color are completely different. You just don't look like yourself anymore.
Only my appearance has changed.
Of course, you're right. I'm just being silly as usual.
Captain. Oh, Professor. How long have you been standing there? I didn't see you. I was just sorting through Captain Gerald's belongings. I haven't made much progress. I keep finding things that bring back memories. Clearing out this room of his belongings again, it's not easy.
You haven't a thing to worry about. You have been gifted the power of the goddess. Furthermore, you have overcome the death of your father, Geralt, and you have destroyed countless of our wicked foes. I am proud, so very proud of who you have become.
Thank you.
Once we finish the ritual at the Holy Tomb, all will be well.
Alright, let's do gardening. Alright, we'll harvest our things. Alright, we got a golden apple and a bunch of flowers. Let's grow those, I guess. Why not? And we'll use Caledonian soil. Alright, we're gonna try using an energy drop on myself and going for this tournament again, because I'm now up to 22 strength, so I want to give it a shot, because I'm tired of this thing being here. Okay, that's a little more like it.
Each battle a chance to grow.
Maybe, I mean, we could just get obliterated after this. Okay, it was literally the first opponent, the axe user, was the biggest deal for me.
Should I have held back?
Alright, how much is this next guy gonna do? Do I need to use a heal now? 14, and I do less heal, so it has advantage, so yes. Okay, come on Caleb, you got this. Okay, no, he doesn't. Because the advantage kicked in like immediately. Dang it, now I need more speed so I could double that dude. I have some speed carrots, so I'm gonna try using 2 speed carrots on myself. See how that goes. We'll try out once more. Doesn't really hurt. We can just hope that I have enough speed to double that guy. I don't know what his speed is, though. Man, I hope that I could have dodged one of those. That would have been very nice. Okay.
As expected.
Okay. Moment of truth. Oh, yes, perfect. Okay.
You didn't give it your all.
Alright. The 6th guy does 9. Okay. Yeah. We can save the heal.
Each battle a chance to grow.
Cool. Okay. We'll heal before the finals, and we're good. Okay, this time I'm finally able to get rid of this. Took me giving myself a bunch of stat boosts because my Byleth sucks this time around. But, you know, it's all good. And we get a Brave Sword, which is a good item.
You've done me a great service.
And we got a bunch of items as well. Good. Well, now we're going to do a magic tournament. So I want to check and see which of my units has the best magic and speed combined. Yeah, so of course it's Lysithea with the best speed and the best magic. So, let's give it a shot. Yeah, she doubles. I was wondering if she could, just because of the,
You were outmatched.
just how much the magic weighs a lot of people down. Okay, now you're up against Mercedes. Okay, you can, yeah.
Of course I won.
Cool. Except is... Oh, man. If only she just had enough, that would have been great. That's okay.
You underestimated me.
Cool. Next up is Annette, who does 13. Okay, we can save the HP until next time.
Of course I won.
I could have gotten unlucky with the 5 crit, but, you know, I wonder who would this be Lysithea? I don't know. I wonder.
This is what I do.
It would probably be a Golden Deer house member. Do 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 do. We got an advanced seal. Not bad. Alright. Okay, we do have at least one support. Yeah, I didn't lock any with anyone, which makes sense. But Claude and Ignatz have their B support.
Hey, Ignatz. Getting lost in your imagination again?
No, today I am praying. I'm hoping that if I pray with all my might, she will appear before me.
The goddess, you mean?
Yes. Perhaps it's strange to think about such things.
Nah, you're fine. If I had the chance to meet the goddess, I certainly wouldn't say no. Especially your version of the goddess, huh? A total looker, isn't that right?
That's a disrespectful way of putting it. I just believe that she's a divine beauty. She'd have to be, considering how she mesmerized the people of Fodlan when she walked among them.
Too true. No doubt an incomparable beauty, that one. Funny to think that even now she must be somewhere, right? Well, I guess she's just floating on a cloud or whatnot.
Yes, indeed. Watching over us from above. And they say that someday she will return to walk amongst us again.
Well, don't mind me. You go ahead and get some good praying in. If the goddess appears, you let me know, okay?
What? No! If she does appear, I want it to just be the goddess and me.
It'll be way better if I'm there too. I'm saying this for your benefit, Ignatz.
Why?
Imagine an incomparable beauty standing before you. Do you really think you'll be able to remain calm?
Well, that is to say...
But if I'm there, I can smooth things over. Have a nice chat, invite her to tea, everything a goddess deserves.
Oh, well, I suppose that makes sense.
Of course it does. Now, get on with it. Pray like you've never prayed before.
All right, then. And we're going to end free time there. I'm kind of surprised that he has no skill in flying by default. Because, I mean, when we fought him, I think in the past he's been a wyvern rider.
I have a question for you, Professor.
What is your question, Linhardt? When I take a lecture I'm not interested in, I get so sleepy I just can't fight it. I should just give up, don't you think? Close my eyes and enjoy a peaceful slumber. I don't know, I'll maybe say the top one, because that's what Linhardt would probably like.
I do believe you're right.
And Ferdinand's like, ah. I would have said the last one, though. You want to be a great knight. Axe and heavy armor. No! Stop it, Sylvain! You're good at magic! Accept it! Okay. Now, I know that Cyril's gonna go up in... no, that was Ferdinand. Went up in lances. Ingrid went up in authority, which is good. Cyril went up in flying and is getting there. And I gave her... I set Cyril's goals to also prioritize authority, because his bows and axes are already really good. If we can just get his flying up, he could become a wyvern rider. Alright, we're going to be taking on Falling Short of Heaven and Dividing the World. And we now have Cyril on our team. Let's start out with this Falling Short of Heaven since it's a lower level mission. But when Catherine and the Knights of Saros ride out to seek retribution against the Western Church for their attack on the Archbishop, Ash is eager to accompany them. Let's do it. Falling Short of Heaven, White Clouds, Chapter 11, Throne of Knowledge.
There you are. I have a request for you.
A request?
It has to do with that plot to assassinate Lady Rhea. The bishop leading the Western Church was somehow involved. And speaking of the Western Church, there was also that incident in which one of the more extreme factions tried to occupy sacred land. Enough is enough. So now the Knights of Saros have been tasked with putting the bishop down. I thought you and your students could come with us.
Why would you want us to help? I mean, we're good. One.
Because you wield the Sword of the Creator. Lady Rhea is going to personally execute the bishop. I have been appointed as her guard. I want your help protecting her. So, what do you say? Will you come?
Excuse me. I'd like to come along.
Ash, you were listening in? It's not up to you whether you can come along.
Please, this is important to me.
Your adoptive father, Lord Lanato, had connections to the Western Church. I understand that you want answers. But our objective is to punish, not to investigate. We can't let you jeopardize the mission.
I won't get in the way. I promise.
What do you say, Professor? Keep in mind, we would be bringing the whole class, not just Ash.
I mean, Ash isn't in my class, but yeah, we'll go.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I guess it's fine. Get ready then.
Oh, damn it, it is this one. Alright, we're gonna repair this Ingrid's Iron Lance. We're probably gonna forge her one at some point soon. We'll repair Claude's bow. Otherwise, I think we're good. We're gonna go into the battle with this squad. Lysithia is Linhardt's adjutant. Ferdinand is Marianne's, I believe. And yeah, hopefully I can do this better than I did, like, back in Black Eagles. I don't think I did very well there. Or, excuse me, I said Black Eagles, Blue Lions. Yeah, so let's get started. We gotta rout the enemy or defend Rhea for 10 turns, and defeat is Ash, Catherine, or Rhea Falls.
There she is, a sneaky little witch, trying to pass herself off as the goddess's envoy. Archbishop Rhea, I'll bring judgment upon you in the goddess's stead.
They're using the fog as cover to ambush us. What a cheap ploy.
It won't do any good to get annoyed, Catherine. That voice. We are up against a faction of bishops.
They've shown themselves at least, so we won't have to go to the trouble of finding them. All right, you got a death wish? Come at me! You really want to fight against Thunder, Catherine? Please, Professor, don't let Lady Rhea get hurt. Our mission isn't just to wipe out all the enemies, but also to protect Lady Rhea. Ready?
Sure. Enemies will advance within the fog. Protect Rhea for 10 turns.
Goddess, have mercy. Forgive them their sins, and save their souls.
It would have been better if we'd captured the bishop, but they didn't make it easy for us. What now, Lady Rhea?
We must go to the headquarters of the Western Church. Perhaps there is still someone there who knows what has transpired.
Let us help too. It may not be much, but we'll do whatever we can.
I am sure you will be a great help. I am glad to have you by my side.
Oh my god, Raphael got so unlucky, dude. Yeah, Shoes of the Wind, that ups movement speed permanently. Nope. Just send it back to the convoy. Got a crit ring, not bad. And Umbral Steel. And we have completed it. Felix gets MVP, alright.
Thanks, Professor. I really appreciated your help with the investigation. That's it for today. Head back to Garreg Mach. The church will have to choose a new bishop and do whatever else is necessary to rebuild the Western Church. Lady Rhea is grateful to all of you. She said she would send along a reward. You should feel very proud. Receiving a gift directly from Lady Rhea is exceedingly rare. Still, that was a real mess, huh? For them to come out and charge us so boldly.
Glad we made it out.
As am I. We kept Lady Rhea safe, thanks to you. Hey, where did Ash go? I haven't seen him for a while.
No idea.
Could he still be back there? I'm glad he's so dedicated to his work, but... There you are, Ash. We were just talking about... Why the brooding expression? Hey, what's that bundle of papers in your hand?
This was given to me. It has to do with my family.
Is this about Lord Lonato?
I haven't finished reading it all yet. But I think it might offer some clues about something I need to know. Professor, Catherine, thank you for letting me come with you on this mission. I'd better get ready to go.
It's a little painful to watch. I do hope that those papers, whatever they are, will help him get over his past. I suppose it's time for us to start heading back to the monastery.
Alrighty, next up we have Dividing the World. Almayan forces are attacking Volan's Locket. With her brother suddenly falling ill, it's up to Hilda to take over the defense. Cyril volunteers to accompany her. Let's do it. Dividing the World, White Clouds, Chapter 11, Throne of Knowledge.
Hey, Professor. I might have to go back home for a little while.
Someone in your family sick?
Oh no, nothing like that. The Almiran forces are causing trouble at Fodlan's Locket. Oh, do you know where that is? Well, the mountain range that separates the Alliance from Almyra is called Fodlan's Throat. There's a fortress right on top of the throat, and they call that Fodlan's Locket.
So you're gonna help defend it?
Well, yeah, you could say that. I'm sure my brother would be able to handle them on his own. But he said he really wants me to help out. I guess he's a bit tired out from all his hard work. Anyway, our dad's not as sprightly as he used to be. He's not up for a fight. Apparently it would look bad if we left it to the retainers. I really, really don't want to go, but I guess I have to.
Hey, Hilda. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but I heard you talking.
Hmm? Oh, what's up, Cyril?
You're gonna fight the Almirans, yeah?
Yes, but it's nothing you need to worry about, Cyril.
It's not that. I was just wondering if maybe I could go along with you.
But you'd be fighting people from your homeland. Do you really want to do that?
None of them would remember me anyway. It's just that I got captured in the battle at the Locket, and that's how I ended up here. So I'm kinda worried that other kids who lose their folks might not be so lucky.
What do you mean?
Before Lady Rhea took me in, I had a real hard time as a servant of House Goneril.
I'm sorry to hear that, but it's not like I'll go around snapping up all Myron children.
That's good, but I want to see things for myself, so I know that everything's okay.
Well then, let's go together. Oh, would you want to join us, Professor? My brother will be there, but I'm a little scared about fighting all those fierce Almyrans.
If you could come too, it'd be really great. We'd all feel way safer if you did.
I'll come with you.
Great! I know we'll be okay if you're there. Let's head out right away.
I'll go and get ready too.
Do. Sure, we'll replenish our battalions. Do. Alright, let's get started. We gotta rout the enemy and defeat his Hilda, Cyril, or all the units, or fall, and then the defended location is captured.
Most of our allies have fallen. My big brother and I can probably handle this, though.
Hilda, glad you made it. Lord Holst has been afflicted with a sudden illness and couldn't come.
He's not here? Oh, I'm sorry. You must have been absolutely terrified. It's okay, though. I brought along someone who can definitely help us. That's you, Professor. Please help us save our allies and protect Fodlan's locket.
We'll try. The Almyran army is approaching. Do not allow them to capture the defended location. You can earn rewards based on how many you rescue.
Good thing I knew about this back road, huh? We ought to be able to help our friends from here.
should be honored.
We did it somehow. Cyril, Professor, thank you.
You bet.
I'm gonna drop by my family's estate and complain to my brother a bit. You two should head back.
It was probably that we didn't have some of my best units with me. Holy shit, that was tough. That guy on the far side where the wyverns were at, or the wyverns were at, I had no chance of saving him. No chance. God, that was so tough. And that 93 miss that I had, that was awful. It's okay. We didn't do awful. I mean, I probably could have done better. I used whatever. Yeah, it makes sense Ferdinand got MVP there. Just because at the end he fucking destroyed him with that crit. The Killer Lance was perfect. The other dude would have gone down if I didn't. Or if he didn't, I should say.
They aren't really trying to cross Fodlan's throat. I'm not saying they're not serious, but fights like this one aren't really invasions.
And what are they doing?
They just start fights like this sometimes. It's so they can show off how strong they are. I think it's pretty dumb. I mean, people are getting killed. And why? So some guy can think he's tough? After every fight, they do a big feast and everybody eats and dances and there's music. It's supposed to honor the dead, but I figure they just like to make noise. I think they're all idiots, but if I'm real honest, it wasn't the worst way to live life.
Feeling homesick?
Nah, I'm where I belong now, and I don't really like Miro. If they want to show how tough they are, then they ought to look after kids who've lost their parents.
Preach.
Whew, I'm tired. Professor, Cyril, thanks for all your help.
You get a chance to see your brother?
I did, though I think I'd be better off otherwise. He was horribly ill, for one thing. He looked so pale and haggard. Apparently, he'd eaten a bad mushroom before the battle, and it made him horribly sick. What an idiot. Anyway, when I told him we'd handled the Almiran situation, he was just gushing with praise. I tried telling him that it wasn't all me, but he didn't even listen.
Weren't you glad to get praise from your brother?
That did feel pretty good, I'll admit. But then things got awkward. He started trying to pawn off his whole inheritance. I told him I wanted none of it. Eventually, he settled for foisting this thing on me. Do you know what it is?
Freikugel.
One heck of an axe. He gave it to you?
Yes. It's a magic axe called Freikugel. It's the hero's relic of House Goneril.
You were definitely
He
getting
said that I should have it, since the crest I bear will allow me to wield it. He was so insistent, I eventually relented. But I don't think I can be responsible for something so precious. Hey, Professor, why don't you take it instead?
Why me?
Heroes' relics contain terrifying power. They're beyond the capabilities of a novice like me.
Novice.
You're the only person I trust to take care of it. Please, help me out here.
If you're sure.
Thank you so much. I honestly didn't know what I was going to do with this thing. A big scary axe is not my style. Plus, look closely. Parts of the axe are pulsating like it's alive. How gross is that? But I'll use it if you tell me to, Professor. Or you could get somebody else to wield it if you like. It's all up to you now.
That Hilda, she really is something.
We got the Freikugel. Cool.
Professor.
Let's see, you wanna, well, yeah, we're gonna make you a Pegasus Knight. So your Lancer, that's what you always use. We're doing Authority, so you can use a battalion at some point. Ash, really? Okay, sure. I guess it makes sense.
Oh, shopping took longer than I thought. It's a good thing I had your help, Professor. Looks like we've got everything we came for. Time to head back to the monastery. tell you the truth, I wasn't sure if the money that night gave us would be enough. We managed to scrape by, though. I'm glad those shopkeepers were willing to strike a few bargains.
Thanks to your bartering skills.
It's one of the few things I'm really good at. I've got a lot of experience living in the city. Money was tight for me, too. At least until Lenato adopted me into his family. Come to think of it, you were originally a mercenary, weren't you? I'm sure you've traveled all over Fodlan. That must have been a pretty different life from regular folks like me.
Not so different, actually.
Huh, you think so? But a mercenary's whole job is fighting, isn't it? Must be a pretty tough way to live.
It was pretty tough.
I believe you. I can imagine. Oh! I had no idea they sold this book around here. I haven't seen this one for ages.
What's the book?
Lug and the Maiden of Wind. It's a well-known tale of chivalry in Fargus. Lug is the King of Lions. This book is full of his exciting adventures. I've loved this since I was a kid. It was what got me learning to read.
Give me that book!
Hey, creep! Don't touch the merch! What the? Somebody catch that thief! Cut him in half like my prices!
Please, calm down, ma'am.
You calm down, kid! If he gets away with that valuable merch, it'll be a huge loss for me.
Here, allow me to compensate you.
Are you sure about that, Ash?
Huh? Are you serious, kid? I mean, no objections over here, but that sounds crazy.
Don't you worry. That thief will be paying me back just as soon as I catch him. Head on back to the monastery, Professor. I'll take care of everything here.
Alright then. Oh yeah, it is my birthday month. It's Kayla's birthday. Got a gift from Claude. We'll have to read that. And a golden deer bracelet. It's Felix's I forgot Felix's birthday was literally right after mine. Alright, we have one exactly.
Why am I here?
It's your birthday.
Oh, that aroma. My favorite tea.
Drink up.
I thank you. Not bad.
Do 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 do. Alright. Working hours for guards. Really? Alright, probably the first one then.
Yes.
I'm counting on you.
Impressive.
Yeah, someone. Alright.
Spending time with you is not bad.
I could have chosen laugh or blush. They're both there. Alright, do I have anything that you'd like? Yes.
Aha, this is nice.
Cool. Alright, let's see if he says anything. I forget what he says.
I dislike making eye contact when I'm talking, even when I'm talking to you.
On most of your supports, you make eye contact. Do 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 do.
You're staring at me.
Yes, indeed. Alright, cool. Alright, Felix. Short and sweet.
Thanks for your hospitality. I hope you'll invite me again sometime.
No problem. Happy frickin' birthday. Cool. Our charm went up. Oh, alright. Marianne went up in writing. Linhart went up in faith. He's getting warp finally. Alright.
It's starting to take shape.
Yeah, and then Cyril went up in both.
I can really do this.
Nice. Alright, well that's where I'm going to be ending this episode, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Did appreciate it. The next episode, we will check out the supports that we may have. Yeah, which is actually quite a few of them. But this is probably going to be a long episode. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I cut it down. But, yes, we're going to end it here. So, I really hope you all enjoyed. If you did, appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe for more, and I will talk to you all later.